I'm not going to. No, that didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
I'm just going to. We're going to move on to our next match.
This next match is scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at a combined weight of 455 pounds, Julio and Stefan, the Guadalupe Brothers.
The hottest young tag team in wrestling today. Folks, this one, you might want to put the kids to bed or send them to another room. This one's not going to be pretty. This is a bitter feud that has been going on for months here in Enigma Pro Wrestling.
But Stefan is so pretty. That's why he's out here.
Well, he might be, but this one's going to get ugly real quick. This is a match that Stefan Guadalupe last month had to face Aces Low in a handicap match to earn the right to face the Headbangers once again.
And their opponents, weighing in at a combined weight of 461 pounds, Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers.
Oh, look, it's our favorite schoolyard bullies.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself, TJ. Thrasher, the one who forced Stefan Guadalupe to face that handicap match last month and pulling every trick in the book, trying to prevent the Guadalupes from getting this rematch. But Stefan pulling it out in the end.
Of course he did. I guess Thrasher wasn't that prepared.
Well, Mosh and Thrasher here looking ready for a fight.
Always. When it comes to the Headbangers, they're always looking for a good fight and a good prank to pull.
The Guadalupes always getting the love from the fans here. These two teams squaring off from each other across the ring.
I wonder if Randy Eller should check the Guadalupes for weapons.
If you're going to check anybody, I would say it would be the Headbangers.
Nah, they don't need weapons. They have skirts.
Randy Eller reminding them that they have to decide who's going to be in the match first.
I'd say use the bald one and the one with hair.
Well put.
Or the one with the skirt and the one with tights.
Again, well put. Well, that's just disturbing.
Was that a cartoon character?
I believe it was, TJ.
Priceless. Classic Thrasher.
Mosh having a few words here with Randy Eller. And our senior official seems to already be losing control of this one. Both teams just refusing to follow their instructions.
Well, and the crowd's red hot for the Guadalupes.
As always.
Anything can turn into chaos.
And now it looks like Julio Guadalupe mocking the Headbangers, mocking Mosh. Well, folks, it looks like we're about ready to get this one underway. And Mosh already trying to interfere from the ringside.
No, he was helping him out. Didn't you see? He had something stuck to his back.
Somehow I doubt that, TJ.
I wonder if he played odds or evens with the hair.
Stefan Guadalupe circling around Headbanger Thrasher.
You know, you have to imagine, after a decade of being in the ring like Thrasher has, how he can still do the things he does and not actually care about his body.
I believe you meant 2 decades, TJ.
I thought it was 2 decades combined. Ha, that's fine. It's irrelevant. But here we go. Thrasher going
Stefan
over.
Guadalupe showing off that athleticism right off the bat.
Fueled by anger.
Shots.
Fueled by rage. How dare they make him fight 2 people at once? Boo hoo hoo.
We're done with the games. It's done with everybody showing off. Now it's time to fight.
It is, and the Headbangers were prepared for that suicide dive.
Stefan Guadalupe catching himself in the act. Now waiting for the Headbangers to return to the ring. Thrasher back up in.
And a solid kick to the sternum.
Stefan Guadalupe bringing his A game. He's ready to fight.
His A game, a little stank on that kick.
The last time these 2 teams met, it was all Headbangers from start to finish. Stefan Guadalupe left with welts across his chest, barely able to walk out of the building. This time, the Guadalupe seemed prepared. As Stefan brings in his big brother Julio.
Well, really, how much preparation do you have to know that you're about to kick somebody's butt?
Well, when you're fighting against guys like the Headbangers, the crafty veterans.
Age and treachery will always beat out youth and strength, Image. Always.
Well, and Thrasher's showing that right there.
Which one? Because I'm only seeing one.
Julio Guadalupe ducking the clothesline and returning with one of his own, taking Mosh down to the ring. Down to the mat, sorry.
That's okay. But Mosh, not afraid to brawl it out, just taking it to Julio.
Definitely the brawler of the team is Mosh. He's said many times he just does this because he loves to fight.
Even better if he gets paid for it.
And a blatant choke across the bottom rope. Now just stepping on the back of Julio Guadalupe's neck.
Stefan trying to get him off. Oh, and it pulled the monster off.
Stefan now trying to come into the ring to respond to that punch from Mosh. And that chop echoing off the walls of the Polish club.
That savage chop.
Now Thrasher holding Julio Guadalupe in their corner. And an exaggerated tag here from the Headbangers.
And here we go. Veteran teamwork.
We have seen this before from the Headbangers.
And it's savagery that ensues.
Julio Guadalupe, not a small man by any measure, not a weak man by any measure.
Not a... Did you say small man?
No.
Yes. Okay. Wow. All right. How would you... Never mind. Thrasher putting his all into it.
But as I was saying, TJ, not a small man by any measure, but the Headbangers laying him low, it seems, here. Mosh coming in with a leapfrog and crashing into Julio Guadalupe.
Look, it took him down a rung. How awesome is that? Oh, that was disgusting. I think I saw
That was
you.
despicable.
Well,
And another blatant choke. You would think 2 guys with the experience that the Headbangers have, they wouldn't need to resort to such underhanded tactics.
well, you can't really teach old dogs new tricks. But they're using what works for them, and that works for us.
Mosh taking his sweet time going for the cover. You got to imagine he didn't even want this to end that early.
Maybe. Or maybe he does so we can go back to partying.
Now, once again, the classic double team from the Headbangers. Double boot to the midsection. And just slamming Julio down to the mat.
Stefan breaking up the count. I can't believe it.
Stefan Guadalupe trying to protect his big brother. Thrasher now once again just draping Julio Guadalupe across the second rope. You got to imagine the last time these two teams met, the Headbangers lost by disqualification. And you got to imagine that they're in danger of being disqualified once again if they keep this up.
Do you really think they care? I mean, really?
No, I don't believe so, but at the same time, Randy Eller's in charge of the safety of all the men in that ring.
That's true.
And Julio Guadalupe looks to be almost in danger here.
But even before, we've seen it before. Even before Mosh came into the picture, it was always about that big V. That big V, that victory.
This is definitely true.
With Mosher in the ring, they will do anything to achieve that.
As they've said before, there is no right way, no wrong way, but only the Headbanger way. And Headbanger way seems to now be to drag Julio Guadalupe to the outside and drape him over that ring apron. Stefan Guadalupe getting frustrated with the double team on his brother. And again, those chops to the chest. You can feel the impact probably through your TV screens, folks.
Let's hope so. Because we can certainly feel them here.
The Headbangers firmly in control of this match. They've cut the ring off for for Julio Guadalupe.
And Thrasher just giving it to Julio. I guess before this match, they opened up a can.
Apparently.
And not a can of worms.
Now Thrasher trying to make sure that Randy Eller's attention is on Stefan Guadalupe.
What is Mosh doing?
Folks, this might be just a little bit uncomfortable to watch. The Headbangers just systematically dismantling Julio Guadalupe.
This looks like it was premeditated, doesn't it? Like
Absolutely.
There was forethought put into it. I am highly impressed by the Headbangers.
And now Thrasher with a rear chin lock on Julio. Just a blatant show of disrespect.
I guess they're tired of playing games with the Guadalupes.
And once again, Randy Eller trying to keep. And that's just despicable.
Wait.
Thrasher not even, they had plenty of time, plenty of opportunity to tag. And Thrasher just shucking off the rules out of spite, it
What are you
seems.
talking about? There was a tag. I saw it. Once again, are we still looking at the same
There
screen
was
here?
no tag, TJ. The Headbangers just switched out.
No.
Almost as if it was an inconvenience for them to follow the rules.
Hey, the Headbangers may be many things, but honorable does tend to come within that range of their capabilities.
At what point, TJ?
They would never bend the rules that bad.
Well, I definitely got to disagree with you there, as evidence shows. And now Julio Guadalupe being chucked through and over those steps here at the ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I am just
Flabbergasted?
speechless. I am. There is nothing fun about watching a man get pummeled like this. And the systematic destruction of Julio Guadalupe continues.
Age and treachery, Image. Age and treachery.
TJ, you got to think at some point Randy Eller's just going to have to stop this match for the safety of Julio Guadalupe. And Mosh in the ring just taunting Stefan.
And Stefan ready for that fight. But poor Julio. Is he taking a nap?
Playing the Guadalupe's anger like a fiddle are the Headbangers.
Yeah, they are. and it's working in their advantage.
This is just despicable. You would think with a team like this, they don't need to cheat. They don't need to disrespect the rules. They don't need to manipulate the referee. They should be able to win on their own merit. The experience they have, the ability that these two men have shown, they just do this because they like it.
Age and treachery. It's beautiful. It's downright beautiful.
This is disgusting, TJ. And I can't believe you would condone this. Actually, no, I take that back. I can believe you would condone this.
I was going to say, come on.
Now Mosh finally getting Julio Guadalupe back into the ring and a running dropkick to the face. This has got to be over, folks.
And a 2 count. Julio is not ready to give up.
Surprisingly, Julio Guadalupe gets that shoulder up. Mosh better be careful he doesn't get disqualified here. Although it might bring a merciful end to this match. Now Mosh just waylaying into Julio Guadalupe in the corner.
Julio trying to hold on, but couldn't. The savagery and brutality that Mosh just brings to the ring.
The desperation of Julio Guadalupe just hanging on by instinct here.
And the flatulence I think he just let out.
And another overhand chop. Wait a minute. Julio Guadalupe
Where did that come from?
catching Mosh in midair out of desperation, slamming him into the mat. This might be the moment. This might be Julio Guadalupe's chance to tag in his brother.
Will he have the energy, the presence of mind to do that?
Can he make it to his corner? Can he tag in the what must absolutely be a ball of anger that is Stefan Guadalupe?
Will he unleash Stefan?
Julio getting up to
and
his
he's
feet,
got the
and he
tag.
makes the tag. Stefan Guadalupe coming in with a head of steam.
And he goes.
Flying back elbow. And another one.
He is on fire.
Stefan Guadalupe finally getting what he wants, spinning heel kicks, getting his hands on the headbangers.
Here we go.
Stefan up and over with a suicide dive. This time the headbangers not getting out of the way. Moss taking the full brunt of the impact. And now here comes Julio. Wait a minute. Over the fence.
Could this be it, Image? Could this be the
This
end?
might be it. Wait a minute. Randy Eller out of position for the pin, chasing Julio Guadalupe out of the ring. And now, wait a minute, what's going on here?
You know what's going on, Image. Age
Mosh-
and treachery.
Moss chasing Thrasher out of the ring and a roll-up. No!
Brilliant! Brilliant!
No! The Headbangers have stolen!
The Headbangers!
Age and treachery, Image will win every time.
With the last-minute switcheroo, Mosh
20 combined years.
switching places with Thrasher in the middle of the ring.
It was brilliant.
The Guadalupes had the Headbangers dead to rights. And the Headbangers stole this one.
Just like the bullies in the schoolyard, they held him upside down and shook him out for all their pocket change, all their lunch money.
The anger from the Guadalupes after the beating they took, after the destruction, the systematic destruction of Julio Guadalupe, it looked like they had snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. But the repeated cheating, the repeated violation of the rules, disregard.
I saw nothing of the sort, Image, and I will testify to that if there is ever a hearing by the Sports County Commissioners.
Well, you gotta believe this one isn't over.
Not by a long shot.
The Guadalupes have got to be wanting their day of reckoning, their day of vengeance, and the Headbangers having the gall to celebrate this victory. The Guadalupes absolutely livid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a heck of a night here at Enigma Pro Wrestling. Action, drama, fun, packed to the gills.
Hands down, one of the best shows I've seen from Enigma Pro Wrestling, Image.
Absolutely, TJ. It just keeps getting better and better.
I think they should hug it out. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry too, bro.
Oh, come on. Show a little bit of respect, TJ. The Guadalupes were robbed.
Really? You want me to call the police? Can you take a description down of the skirts that got them? But see, good sportsmanship, great contenders.
Oh, the Guadalupes are nothing if not class acts here. Oh, folks, my name is Eric Image for TJ Price. This has been Ignition from Enigma Pro Wrestling. Be sure to join us next month. Be sure to join us the first Sunday of every month when we bring you action, drama, fun. Make sure to check us out on Facebook. Make sure to check us out on Twitter, on Vimeo, and of course right here on YouTube. Check us out on our website at enigmaprowrestling.com. And once again, we want to remind you, do not try this at home. These are trained professionals.
Por esta clave bailador, este ritmo bueno te trae.